Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is episode numero uno, numero un, Cheos Byongye. It's alright. That's enough. It's episode one, just so you know. And today we are going to be talking about Bandico's Oasis Games free to play Naruto Online. And I got my good boy Brandon Royal Eller here to doing the call with us. I know in the beginning video I kind of did it solo, but this is going to be, kind of the thing from now on. We're going to have at least two people in here. Brando, I know it's been like 2 minutes since I've talked to you. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. It's doing better now.
Yeah, doing better now that we're not spending so much time trying to prepare. We're actually doing this now, so that's
Exactly.
good.
It's exciting.
All right, now, okay, you were the one who got me started into this Naruto online. I mean, so obviously, like, you played it for a bit and whatnot. Like, what were the things kind of that you played or that you liked about it that kept you playing?
I was always a big Naruto fan. I've watched the anime. I've played the games. So when I heard there's a free game, I had to check it out. Um, when I got in, I really enjoyed the story aspect. You start from the very beginning. Like fucking season one, episode one. So that's always nice. You're not starting like way too far in the story where you don't know what's happening. Um, I like the different ninjas you can use, and it's a nice game to play with friends if you get some friends to play with you.
If you
Good
have
team
friends, if you
if
even
you have
have friends in
friends.
general, yeah. No, I mean, like, I remember, like, because you got me into it, and I was like, okay, like, you're at it for like a month. You're like, okay, come on, just play this, just play this. I'm like, all right, and I never would. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll actually give it a shot this time. And then I played it and was like, whoa, this is, it's like vaguely familiar, and like, because of course, I played a game called War Tune a few years ago. I used to talk about it all the time.
Yes, sir.
Everybody made fun of me. Craig, who's not with us in this video, but everybody's just like, oh, War Tune's gay. Quit playing War Tune. Come play Naruto. Blah blah blah. So like, it was just weird because like how similar it was, yet different at the same time. So it was like a nice, like a refresher
Yeah, it's a
of
nice
what
fresh take.
yeah, like of what I've been doing for the last 2 years. I mean, so I mean, it was nice. Obviously, yes, there are some really good things, and we'll actually get to that right now. Like, what were some of the good things that you enjoyed about the game? Like stand out, like not just like the overview of it, just like hands on. Like, what was the stuff you liked about it?
I really enjoy the rank stuff. It's always interesting. Always trying to climb the ladder, be the top 10, because who doesn't want to be top 10 material, right?
Everybody wants to be first.
Of
Screw
course.
top 10.
That's why they keep making new servers. It's everyone wants a chance at being the top 10 at least once, no matter what level, what class you are. They want to be top 10. And that's why they continue to make new servers of this game constantly. So it's always you always have a chance to at least be, you know, top 10 material.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I don't know. I think like one of the things that I liked about it was there was so many, like so many different characteristics, like so many different ways that you could like level up a character, like make a character strong, like through some of the gear, I know through like some of the gems and whatnot, the progression path and all that, this and that. Like there was just a lot that really contributed, and also the luck, like with doing the broom draws to like getting
Yes.
your to getting your help, like your helpers. I don't remember what they're called. I just called them helpers.
Yeah,
Do you
they're
ever?
they're they're your ninjas. They're in
Oh,
your
you're ninjas. They're
squad.
ninjas. They were your squad fam, 420 Blaze.
Oh, of course. What else would they be?
Now you're actually talking about the fact that there was a lot of servers. So like, obviously that's good in a way because there's a lot of. I mean, there's almost a new chance to like try like every server you get on that's brand new, this and that. And, like a few days later, come out with another new one, then another. But that kind of has to be kind of counterproductive and kind of bad in the same way, when you say.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it seems like it.
because the older servers, the people leave so that they could, jump right on a new server and hopefully make top 10 rank. And it really depletes a lot of the older servers with the people that really don't want to leave. They already have a lot of good ninjas and good gear and, a plethora of stuff. So it's like I said before, it is a blessing and a curse. It's nice to always have that renewal, have that chance, but it's a curse in the fact that all the older servers are becoming a lot less populated and it's not as easy to progress with nobody.
Yeah, that's kind of how the same with Wartune was, because it was like a lot of the old people, actually a lot of the newer servers actually, they would be like, okay, yeah, I'm from like server 5, I'm from like server 9, and it's like server like 350, so it's like, oh, okay, so like, and like the way that the patches worked on that game was like the first server would get the patch like a week before everybody else, because they would like quote test the server.
Oh
But
man, it seems
yeah,
kind of shitty.
yeah, it was a little ridiculous, but like anyway, it's not about that game. But I'm sorry, I keep bringing it up, but like I am the only thing I really didn't like was the fact that like it was simplistic. It was literally like, I mean, I know you and I discussed this, earlier before we got on here. The fact that you liked the fact that it was turn based, and this and that.
Yeah, it gave it more of like a turn-based RPG feel almost. Not now it's not comparing it to like Fire Emblem and other greater turn-based RPGs, if you would, call it that. But it gives that kind of, you know, combatant feel almost.
All right.
Your first ninja would go, and then the opponent's ninja would go, and then yours, and then his, and until the turn was up. I enjoy that because I'm older and I'm used to RPGs like that.
Right.
It's just I guess it's more of a nostalgic feel, I guess I would say, to kind of have that in a game.
Yeah, which is complete opposite of me because I'm like more newer school, and I know that we agree on a lot of things about like what we like about the game, what we don't like. But God, that turn base is just so fucking boring. Like it's at least to me it is because you look at like all the aspects of the game, like how versatile it is to level up your character, how like versatile it is like to do this and that, and then you do nothing. You just like your battles are done by
Yeah.
themselves.
I mean, it even has an auto battle button, so you
Yeah,
really don't have to do anything. You'd run it in the background and just do something else completely.
you can even run times two, so you can double the speed of auto battle.
Yeah, and you could simultaneously run two games at a time, mind you. So you can auto battle twice on two different accounts.
I'm
Yeah,
honestly glad that 2016 we're living in the year where we can auto battle multiple accounts at one time. This is a big step for technology.
it's also the year for remasters as well, which is getting a little ridiculous if you ask me.
Yes, we're definitely gonna have a video on that, most definitely, because yeah, it's the year of the remasters, and I know you and I have discussed it quite a bit, and we're not particularly pleased. You are most definitely not particularly pleased.
Well, I won't delve too much into it, but certain things just don't have to be redone. Honest. Just leave it how it is. If it's
we'll
great, leave it.
we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, we'll dig down into it another time. But like back to Naruto. I mean, we've already talked about things that we like, talked about things we don't like. Like, what things do you think they could do better? To make the game better, more enjoyable for everybody.
Well, I know I already said I enjoy the new servers, but you
Yeah,
don't need to put a new one out every week. You don't.
yeah,
It's
that
just
feels a little
unnecessary.
excessive.
Um, Granted, like I said, I love it. I love the chance that it gives for renewal. Everyone gets a shot. People that, are just now joining the game get a fresh start. They don't have to start on an older server and be
Right.
behind everyone else. But, after a while, you start seeing it's a new server every week. You're like, oh man, do I even want to? Do I even want to start on a new server?
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing that I hate about it. Like, I can understand if it was like, okay, we're gonna release an East Coast server, and then maybe like 2, 3 weeks, like more around the 3 week mark, be like, okay, I'm going to come out with another server, or like even like once a month. But the fact that also like you have a lot of these people who are somehow finding an endless amount of money, and they're just like going to these brand new servers and like dropping hundreds of bucks in the first day.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like them, and then there's the actual new people. Like I feel like it would be really cool, although it would be not profitable really whatsoever, is to have a few accounts, like, or not a few accounts, a few servers, like maybe like one out of every four servers be like a non-caching server where you just don't have a shop, where you don't put money on it, where it's actually not. It's about who can actually be strategic and be smart, than opposed to, okay, who can spend the most money to win this game kind of thing. Because I mean, in the end, do you ever really win anything?
Not particularly, really. I mean, and usually the things they're unlocking, very early on that they're paying money for, you unlock later on down the road around level 50, 60. But I suppose that's why they give you the option to cash in.
Yeah, it's, do you want to do this now and just ruin the game, or do you want to like actually earn it and make it feel a little bit better, you know?
Yeah. It's a big issue when you're facing these very high ranking ninjas that they have purchased, and you have really shitty rank 1 ninjas. You have almost no chance.
That was like me. Whenever we played, I would get like I'm like level 30. I'm like, all right, I'm awesome, and I look and I have like a level 2, and the rest are ones. If it was the very first server that you had me join, I, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. At least on the second one, but like it's just one of those games that you just really lose interest in if you cannot like sit at your computer 24/7. You're not really gonna be, quote, the best, because everything's time based, and I
Yeah.
think that's ridiculous.
And you're going to fall behind very quick.
Yeah, like if you're working a job where you're working, let's say, 4 to 9, you're gonna miss the Nine Tails invasions, which is like the world boss. So you're gonna miss that. You're gonna miss getting coupons. You're gonna miss, all of that. You could, or like just various aspects in the game that are key to the reason why you're leveling and getting as strong as you are. Like it's like the game punishes you for having a life.
Almost. Yeah. It's
I
that's
don't
how
know.
it feels after a while.
It's like Bandicoot and Oasis games are like, no, you know what? You have a life. No, I'm sorry, you just cannot play this game. Like, if we cannot grab your soul and suck you down, then we don't want you playing our game.
It almost feels like that in a sense. I mean, granted, there are things I love about the game. It gives you a chance to actually be in an RPG Naruto style game, which
Right.
they don't have. I don't know why, because they could have made an amazing Naruto game if they would have just taken the style from, say, Dragon Ball Xenoverse and kind of just made it Naruto.
Yeah.
Making your own character, honing your own moves throughout the series, picking and choosing.
Yeah. That's one thing I didn't like about the Naruto, because it was literally just like you choose one of four characters. Now, if you have like hundreds of people that are on a server, all picking for four characters, like you really don't get like any diversification. You get like everybody just looks the same.
I
It's
believe
so,
there's five
oh, it's
characters.
five. Oh,
I
oh, okay.
think. I think I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's five because
Well,
you really
hopefully
only
it's
see four.
five. Yeah, really. Like, I really hope it's five, because that diversification would be so much greater with five. You know, that big one extra class.
I honestly think if they would add perhaps, an extra class instead of adding new servers all the time, it might make the game a little bit better. You'd
Yeah,
have
like,
more variety.
yep. Like, I would like the fact that even if it's four, like whether it's four or five, if they allowed you to have a male or a female.
Yes, that's a big issue as well.
Yeah, because like
You
every game,
gender locked.
yeah, like every game that I know, like even Wartune has had it. I gotta bringing it up again. Like Warcraft, you have, like, even in Outer Scrolls and stuff like that, you have the option to pick whether you want to be male or female. Now, maybe it's just the fact that okay that this is the first browser, like the first actual browser game that like of Naruto, the actual official,
Yeah,
and
like
maybe they're
official
gonna
license.
yeah, like maybe they're gonna like come out with more maybe in the future. Maybe they'll have like some crazy patch where there'll be all these crazy changes, like the same class but like visual reworks. It could be male, female, transgender, a dog, a hippopotamus,
Other animal.
another animal. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Especially another animal.
just some sort of change.
Some
I
sort
I,
of.
I completely understand. Currently, they have a thing called battle armor. You're able to upgrade the armor you're wearing and actually change the look of it. But I mean, it's not that diverse. And the fact that you need to spend a lot of time or a lot of money to kind of get the quote unquote transformation you want for your armor is more troublesome than it's worth.
Yeah. I really don't like the fact like how they like. No, I understand the option to buy, but when they have like
Everything an
thing
option.
like yeah, like everything is. I'm trying to think of the right way to say it. Like it pops up at the most annoying times, like at a place where you normally have to click to move or something, and it'll click it saying like, "Oh, buy this" or "Panic buy this and that." Now I understand the fact that like that they need to make money. That's the whole goal of this game. Is for the company to make money off of it. When we get down to brass tacks, that's the only thing they care about. They don't care if we're happy, as long as we're spending money. But like,
That's how most companies are nowadays. They really don't listen to the
yeah,
consumer.
it just takes a lot away from the enjoyment whenever you don't have a massive screen as it is, and 3/4 of the screen is if you accidentally click, it's telling you to buy something. You close it out, you go to move, you accidentally click something else, it's telling you to buy something. Like you just get pissed off the fact that like here you are trying to be a free player, and like I think it would be nice if there was an option like where you can turn off sales for yourself if you have no option to cash. Like if you have no option to or not an option, if you don't have it's not what you want to do, there should be an option where you can be like, I'm not gonna cash. So what's the point of having all these things pop up if it's just gonna
Exactly.
piss you off and make you leave?
They
I
have
don't know.
a small arrow that, hides most of the things, but no matter what you do, it's kind of like I'm gonna need to buy something eventually. That's kind of how you feel when you're playing this game.
Yeah, because it's early on, like you feel like, oh, I'm gonna be great. I'm getting all this stuff early, but like a lot of people don't realize that in these types of games, these like MMORPGs that are all turn based, that are free to play with the quote pay to win, that as you get later into the game, it's so drawn out. It takes so long to be a free player and to get the stuff that you need, as opposed to if you spend the money, you're gonna get it that much quicker, if not right away.
Exactly, and that's really what they're trying to do. They try and pretty much make you purchase something from them to quicken the process of you getting what you want.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but all right. Let's see. We talked about good stuff. Talked about bad stuff. We talked about stuff we would like to see. We talked about changing things into dogs and cats and hippos and other animals. I think we've pretty much got everything, kind of covered on it. Shockingly, we agreed a lot more than I thought we were going to. So it was more like bouncing back and forth than a debate. But I know that we have a couple games lined up that we're going to be doing a little bit of debating because I know we're not going to see eye to eye on a few of these. But
Oh, most definitely. We're going to be yelling at each other.
the next video we'll be looking for on September 10th. It is going to be based around League of Legends and our prediction for the World Championship. The group stage will be I'm sorry, the drawing for the group stage will be at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. We'll probably just try to do something around the afternoon sometime, maybe a little bit like a couple hours after it comes out. We'll give predictions on who we think we're going to get out of groups. And you know what? We'll even go as far as constructing a bracket and see who's just going to win the whole thing. Because why just stop at groups? That's gay. That's gay. No, that's gay.
If you'd like to hear what I have to say right now, I'll say it. SKT is going to take it home.
Okay, well then okay, you say SKT is going to win, but then we'll see what road SKT takes in your journey to get them to the finals.
The winning road.
The winning road. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to say other than SKT is going to win?
Uh, I think I've said what I needed to say. I said that, I enjoy the Naruto game. I think it has issues, as any game does, but I still somewhat enjoy it. It's got things it needs to improve on. It has things it doesn't need to improve on.
So
I'm excited.
basically,
I'm excited
no,
for
I'm
the
sorry, go ahead.
Legend stuff. That's pretty much it. I'm
Yeah, so
just
basically the too long didn't read was Naruto's good, but it sucks.
it's not that it sucks. It's just it needs
I
some
know.
improvement. It needs some tweaking.
So it doesn't suck.
Completely.
It needs tweaking so it can suck less.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we got here for today. If you have any feedback or you want to send us any questions to answer, you can go ahead and shoot us an email at thegamersarchivepodcast@gmail.com. If you don't feel like getting into the email, because who really uses email anymore, hit us up on Twitter at GameArchiveCast. God, we really need to change that name. I don't like it. It's really screwy. But anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video on Saturday.